telling them not to wear niqab meant that they were wearing niqab, that it existed amongst them. So it was a part of what was approved by the Prophet ﷺ. And it is something commendable. It is something recommended. It is something which Islam not only approves of, but also honors. Right? So to refer to it as being Arab culture, this is misguidance. And this is modern interpretation. Right? And of course, there may be aspects which were, we could say, localized. The idea of wearing black. Now, wearing black, we cannot say that the religion says women should wear black, that this is what they have to wear. That is, and that was common to Arabia. That was the preferable color which they used, and as people from Arabia, Muslims, spread to different parts of Muslim lands, they carried that with them. But in reality, Islam does not prescribe that a woman wear black. It could be brown, it could be green, but in whatever, the colors are preferable, though there are darker colors in the sense that they should not be eye-catching, like bright yellow, bright red, flashy flowers and colors, and because the whole idea of trying to discourage people staring and being attracted and things like this is lost by wearing garments which become equivalent to the garment that you're supposed to be covering with your outer garment. Right? So these kind of interpretations, these we have to be aware of and know that the only way to interpret and to understand the Sunnah of the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ is to understand it as the companions had. And we have an example from the life of Imam Ahmed, who was jailed because of his opposition to those who were claiming that the Quran was created, right? And that Allah was everywhere. In any case, he was brought before the Caliph, and he debated with one of those who were promoting these deviant ideas at the time. And he said to the person was the representative of this innovative views. He said, inform me about this matter which you're calling people to. Is it something which Allah's messenger called people to? His claim that the Quran was created, Allah is everywhere. Could you find any hadith? Is there something in hadith that the Prophet ﷺ said this? He told people, come and believe this? The innovator said, no. Imam Ahmed then asked him, is it something that Abu Bakr Siddiq called people to after him? Or Umar ibn al-Khattab? Or Uthman? Or Ali? He said, no. So he said, so it is something that neither Allah's messenger, nor Abu Bakr, nor Umar, nor Uthman, nor Ali, may Allah be pleased with them all, called to. Yet you are calling people to it. It is not then unreasonable for me to say that they either knew this matter or they were ignorant of it. Either they were aware of this or they were ignorant of it. If you say that they were aware of this matter, yet they remained silent, does that make sense? That they knew this is the correct belief, the correct understanding, but they remained silent? That is obviously wrong. And if you say that they were ignorant of it, but I know it, then, O wicked son of a wicked one, the Prophet ﷺ and his rightly guided caliphs were unaware of something, yet you and your friends know about it. This is the claim. When a person innovates in the religion, whether he introduces celebration of the Prophet ﷺ's birthday, or whatever other innovated practice, celebration of the New Year with the Hijrah, New Year celebrations, these other kinds of celebrations that people have introduced amongst themselves. What in fact are they saying? They're claiming basically that they know something that the Prophet ﷺ and his companions didn't know. Or they knew about it and they hid it. One or the other. But Prophet Muhammad ﷺ said تركتكم على محجة بيضاء ليلها كنهارها لا يزيغ عنها إلا هالك. I've left you on a clear white slate whose night is like its day, and no one deviates from this except is destroyed. The religion is clear. The night of the religion is like the day of the religion. No difference. Night and day, usually we use this as a metaphor for the opposites. The night is, this thing is like, the difference between them is like day and night, we say. But in Islam, there's no difference. The day is like its night. And whoever deviates from this path is destroyed. This is the clarity. This is the religion of Islam. And somebody may say, okay, I'm not trying to bring anything Prophet ﷺ didn't do, but what I'm doing is something which is good. It's a good thing. We'll call it bid'ah hasana, a good bid'ah, right? Because, it is good for us to remember Rasulullah ﷺ on his birthday. This makes us closer to Allah. It reminds us about Allah, reminds us about the message which the Prophet ﷺ brought. So this is a good thing. How can you say we shouldn't do it and it's a good thing? Well, Prophet Muhammad ﷺ said, مَا تَرَكْتُ شَيْئًا يُقَرِّبُكُمْ إِلَى اللَّهِ إِلَّا وَأَمَرْتُكُمْ بِهِ. I have not left anything which will bring you closer to Allah without instructing you to do it. He said that. Meaning that you cannot find anything today which will bring you closer to Allah, which Prophet ﷺ didn't tell us to do. If you found something, it's not bringing us closer to Allah. That's what this means. Just as Imam Malik said, on the day when the verse was revealed, Al-Yawma akmaltu lakum dinakum, right? Today, the religion has been perfected or completed for you. He said, whatever was not religion on that day can never be religion. Whatever was not a part of the religion of Islam on the day when that verse was revealed can never ever be religion. That is the correct understanding. And this was the way of the companions of the Prophet ﷺ. And what we find Allah saying in Surah An-Nisa, the 4th chapter, verse 59, Allah there says, وَإِن تَنَازَعْتُمْ فِي شَيْءٍ فَرُدُّوهُ إِلَى اللَّهِ وَالرَّسُولِ إِن كُنتُمْ تُؤْمِنُونَ بِاللَّهِ وَالْيَوْمِ الْآخِرِ ذَلِكَ خَيْرٌ وَأَحْسَنُ تَأْوِيلًا. And if you dispute in any matter, then return it to Allah and His Messenger, if you indeed believe in Allah and the last day. That is better and more suitable for determination. Where we have differences, where we have different opinions, etc., and this is natural. We as human beings will never escape differences. Differences will remain amongst us. But the question is, how do we resolve our differences? What do we do with these differences? Do we say, you have yours and I have mine, you go your way, I go mine? Yeah. As Allah described in the very beginning, describing those who become like the kuffar, كُلُّ حِزْبٍ بِمَا لَدَيْهِمْ فَرِحُونَ. Every sect or every group is happy with what he has. He goes his way, you go this way. I have mine, it doesn't matter. You can do whatever you want to do. I've got mine. No. Allah tells us here that when we dispute, we have to take it back to Allah and the Messenger. This is the way in which we resolve the differences amongst us. Now, we do have a number of different organizations which function within the Muslim world today. Whether it's Jamaat-e-Islami, Jamaat Tabligh, the Ikhwan al-Muslimin, Nursi movement, whatever, we have a bunch of different groups.